Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. So this time I thought I pour the crushed ice effect, and I'm using here the Enoki. It's an alcohol ink from Octopus and it's a very strong white. And you saw I gave 3 spritz into my resin. And I'm stirring this very well, and you see that my Enoki is quite opaque. Then I thought I use the Golden Beach. It's a pigment powder from Just Paint from Petra Jungblut, which I really love a lot, and you see it's very beautiful. It has a goldenish sheen to it, this beige tone, and I really like it. I like it very much. And the second color I'm using is one of my all-time favorite pigment, and it's the Cloud Blue, which I really adore. And this also has a goldenish sheen to the blue, and it's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful color, very stunning. So I'm mixing these very well, and then I can prepare my mold. This is actually my second pour, because I poured exactly the same before, but I deleted the video, and I was so annoyed with this because I really loved the outcome. So I thought, well, I pour it again, I pour the same colors, and I'm using the same mold. I'm using here the Pepples tray mold from MoldsandShapes. It's the L shape, and I just love the shape. So I'm really hoping for a bigger shape for this bowl, or for this tray mold, because it's awesome. So I'm just pouring my Enoki mixture into the mold, and I make sure that the bottom of the mold is quite covered. By the way, did I say that this is the Cascade Pepple mold? I didn't say Cascade, I think. So, But anyway, I make sure that the bottom of the mold is really covered with my Enoki mixture. And if you are asking what resin I'm using here the Ultra Cast resin, medium viscosity resin, which works for me in a shallow mold the best. In deeper molds, I like to use the Transparente, and this is a thin resin from Resin Pro. I don't think that that Elechem has an equivalent to the Transparente. I don't know, but for deeper molds, I'm using for the crushed ice or Larima effect. I like to use the Transparente, but for a more shallow mold, I prefer to use a medium viscosity resin, and in this case, the Ultra Cast. So I now poured my Golden Beach into the mold. Then on top, I go with my Cloud Blue, and then I use some clear resin, and I'm just altering the colors. It's basically poured a little bit similar like the Dragon Scale effect. If you see on how I'm altering the colors, but my base is the white, so there's going to be a completely different effect on the other side. I just wonder, because there's also one thing I do a little bit different from my first pour. I'm more altering the colors than I did before, and the blue took over. And now I'm curious, because I do 3 rows and I finish with my brown, if the blue takes over as well or not. So I'm very curious about this, but if you don't change little things, you never know. And anyway, so this is now my clear resin poured into the center, and I poured this time rather a lot of clear resin into my center, because I want to make a bigger center with my glitter mix. I'm using a little bit of resin, Yeah, there I put a little bit too much resin into my cup. And then I have these brownish, goldenish flakes from Etta Art. They don't have a special sparkle to it. They look rather natural. And I also put some of my favorite white stones to it. So I just add them into my cup. So I have this paste of glitter and the stones. And then I just place my stones into the center and just spread them a little bit. I'm really curious how this pour is going to turn out and if I achieve just a similar result than in my first one. And when I do my demolding later, I'm going to show you my first attempt, and I'm looking forward to your comments, what you think, what you prefer, which one do you like more. So this is very interesting to hear. So a quick torch again, and then I can let my resin just do its magic. I just adore watching the time lapse, and yeah, unfortunately I couldn't finish the time lapse because I needed my cell phone, but I thought I show you at least a little bit how the white is really moving to the center, how it's really coming from the edges. And that's now the next day. I can demold, and I'm very curious. So on this side I made a few effects on the pouring side, but I'm very curious about the back side. And it's again very blue, which I don't mind. The edges are from the golden beige color, they are beige, but there is these very fine white striations, which I achieved with the Inuki, and it is a completely different effect than using just alcohol inks or just transparent resin. Using micas, and this is my first attempt. It's very similar, I think, and I really love it. I love these very fine striations. It's very delicate, I think. Really adore this, and I just wonder what you think. I show you the first one again, and in the center of the first one it looks like a Daedalian. Anyway, so this is now my final result. I made a bowl from this one as well. And yeah, with this and the awesome effects, I love and leave you. I thank you for watching, and take care, guys. Bye bye.